Good evening, fellow dwellers of the Interplanetary Federation. It's been a very busy day, so why don't we jump right into it, and here's what's been going on in the solar system today. Our top story tonight involves a moon of Scarlo, where Interplanetary Federation officers raided a base that they say was conducting experiments in an effort to meld human consciousness with artificial intelligence. Such practices have, of course, been illegal since the Counter T-1000 Act of 2972, an effort to preserve the safety of living species. Interplanetary Federation officers say that over 42 individuals were captured during the raid, though 3 were able to fly out the back door and are still on the run. They hope to have them tracked down by the end of the week. It is also believed that the individuals whose consciousness were being melded with the artificial intelligence were not volunteers and were there against their will. Fortunately, none of the melding experiments have been thus far successful. We'll have more on this story as it develops. There was some sad news from the world of sports today. Famed warp racer Janeway was in a very violent crash during a race. She was in the lead for most of the race until she unfortunately bounced off of an uncharted asteroid. Her ship was completely destroyed, and naturally she was disqualified from the race. However, they were able to pull most of her body from the wreckage, and she is currently in critical condition, but the doctors are hoping for a full recovery. They have set about initiating an intensive round of surgeries, replacing a few of her parts with cybernetic parts, and they're hoping that she will recover. We, of course, will keep you informed when we receive any updates on her condition. There was an attempted alien invasion on the planet Jalon today, Jalon being the last planet in our solar system. Apparently, the invading species expected that, being a planet so far out in the solar system, that it wouldn't have much in the line of defenses. Fortunately, they were unpleasantly surprised by the amount of defenses that Jalon has, so the invaders were thwarted. They are currently being held by the authorities. We are told that it is a species from 12 solar systems away, a species that we have never yet had contact with, and they were interested in the rich mineral deposits that scanners show are under the surface of Jalon. The authorities are currently in talks with the rulers of their planet to find out what can be done to prevent this sort of thing in the future, as well as making arrangements to export them back to their own planet. Now, a little bit of bad news for frequent flyers. The price of dilithium has been continuing to rise. It is set to almost double from last year at this time, and it is believed that it may even triple before the end of the year. Of course, most modern spaceships are equipped with a warp drive and therefore require the dilithium to run on. However, this rise in the price of dilithium has caused many people to start looking at some of the retro light-speed engines, which are a little less expensive to run. So if you happen to be in the market for one of those, there is a retro light-speed ship expo this weekend on the planet Kalinaro. It's just a quick little space hop from here, and you can check out all the retro light-speed engine spaceships that they're offering and maybe pick one out and save yourself a little bit on that expensive dilithium. Interplanetary Federation officers were called in this morning to subdue a riot on the moon of Kakarta. As you know, it's a small Naquita mining community, and apparently the riot began when workers felt that they were not being fairly compensated for their work, and they felt they were being forced to work and live in subpar conditions. Once the riot was subdued, mining operations on that planet were halted pending an investigation into the rioters' claims. That should be taking place later this month, and we will let you know the results of that investigation. Imperial Federation officers are looking for a missing squidodendron. He went missing yesterday after leaving his space pod and has not been seen since. His family says he always comes home shortly after the second moon sets, and when he didn't show up, they alerted the authorities. They are very concerned. If anyone has seen him, please call your nearest Interplanetary Federation officer department as soon as you can. The family is offering a reward for any information about his whereabouts. He is said to be about 5'7". He has 27 tentacles, large blue eyes, and webbed feet. So if you've seen anyone who fits that description, please call your local Interplanetary Federation office. Thank you. Well, if you've gotten bored with the available food choices on your planet, you may want to check out the new restaurant that just opened on Nesdina. Aqua Savory caters to the aquatic species. It offers a variety of aquatic species foods. The owner said he felt that there was a gap in the representation of foods available to aquatic species. Aquatic species, of course, being unable to eat the same foods as land-dwelling species. So he hopes that his new restaurant will allow them a little more option when it comes to food. And of course, it caters to aquatic physiology as well, so there are aquatic booths and tables readily available. And if you're a land-dwelling species, the owner hopes that you'll visit as well, because of course many aquatic dishes are enjoyed by many land-dwelling species, and there is plenty of dry land seating available in the restaurant. The owner hopes that it will bring the entire community of aquatics and land-dwelling species a little more together. Isn't that nice? Retro laser enthusiasts have something to look forward to this weekend. It's the annual Laser Blazer Convention, where millions of species come from all over the solar system to show off the retro laser blasters that they've built. There are a lot of fun activities at the convention, in addition to getting to view all of the custom-built laser blasters. Attendees can participate in laser blast shooting competitions, learn how to build their own laser blasters, and win prizes. And of course, they are famous for their food at the convention. If you're interested in attending, it's this weekend on Renara 7. Well, have you ever seen a star go supernova? You'll be able to do exactly that later this year. The star in the 7th quadrant is going to be going supernova, and the residents of that area are selling prime tickets now. You can get a great spot to park your ship and view the show, and every ticket comes with a complimentary pair of viewing goggles so that you don't burn your retinas. One note about the viewing goggles: you want to make sure that you're only getting them from authorized sources. There are, of course, always scammers around looking to make a quick buck, and you don't want to be watching the StarGo Supernova with a pair of subpar glasses, or you may never watch a supernova again. So make sure that you are getting your goggles with authorized ticket sales. The tickets are going fast, so if you do want to see that, would definitely recommend grabbing a few of those now. And we're going to close tonight with kind of a heartwarming story. A 6-year-old lizardarian was reunited with his tail this morning after a transporter incident more than a year ago. He had gone through a transporter with his parents, and his tail had not made the entire journey. It had been lost for a year. They had put out lost notices all over the solar system, and someone actually found the tail and found one of the notices as well and contacted the family. So today the lizardarium boy was reunited with his tail. Isn't that just sweet? Well, that's everything that's going on in the solar system today. We will see you again tomorrow evening, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good night.